Hello everyone, today I'll be explaining this funny trig shirt. I'm the square root of 1 plus tan squared c and I know it. What does this even mean? Let me explain. Okay, so the first thing we'll want to do is zoom in because this is important. And today we'll be using these notes. These are the definitions of trigonometric functions. If you don't know anything about those, I highly suggest searching them up and learning them. But in short, trigonometric functions are ratios in the sides of a triangle compared to an angle. So in this case, the sine of c, or any angle, is the opposite side over the hypotenuse side. Okay, let's get started. So we can rewrite tan squared c as tan c squared because they're just the same thing. And if we look at these notes, we can see that the tan of any angle is the opposite side over the adjacent side. So we can rewrite that as this. Now, whenever you're squaring a fraction, you can split the square to both the numerator and the denominator. So we get opposite squared over adjacent squared. Now, we're adding 1 to this. How do we do that? Well, we're going to have to get a common denominator. We can do this by changing 1 to adjacent squared over adjacent squared. And whenever you're adding two numbers with the same denominator, you just add the numerators up and put them under the same denominator. So we get the square root of adjacent squared plus opposite squared divided by adjacent squared. Now, what is adjacent squared plus opposite squared? Well, we can use these notes to find out that that equals hypotenuse squared. So we get the square root of hypotenuse squared over adjacent squared. And whenever you're square rooting a numerator and a denominator or a fraction, you split the square root to both the numerator and the denominator. So in this case, the squares and the square roots cancel out. So we get hypotenuse over adjacent. And what is that? Well, we can look at our previous notes to find out that that equals the secant, but not just any secant, the secant of c. And if you say it really fast, you get sec c. Sec c. So what does this shirt mean? I'm seg c, and I know it. Or I'm sexy, and I know it. Like and subscribe, and see you next time.